Hello, everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't. But you'll know. You know who I am. I am your Smox Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion, Issa J. And why? Because I'm better than you. That's why. Anyways, 205 Live, January 9th. Was it worth it? I think so. I think that entire show was the best 205 Live episode I've seen since I've started watching, and it had really good wrestling, really good story moments, and screw you, Hideo Itami. All right, let's get straight into it. Yeah, it started off with TJP and Gran Metalik in a match, and this was a really good match. It definitely showed the amazing rope work, agility of Gran Metalik. TJP is still really, really good. His arrogant character is fantastic. It ends with Gran Metalik getting the win. I don't really necessarily agree with that outcome, but I understand why they had to do that. It's just 205 Live needs some more wrestlers in their brand in order to have a more coherent series. You need a little bit of jobbers and so a little bit more superstars to really give it that feel of worth. And unfortunately, with 12 active wrestlers on the roster right now, you have to keep trading wins and losses, and that's not going to make really great superstars. So try to pick up a few more wrestlers so that way this doesn't happen, because TJP, after coming back last week and getting a really impressive victory over Akira Tozawa, really needed another win to solidify him as a super threat. But Gran Metalik always losing really hurts him too. So get some more people on your roster, some jobbers and some actual superstars, and make people, grow people. That's the way to make 205 Live last and stay strong. But this was a great match. This match was definitely worth it. At the end of the match, TJP, he's yelling at the audience, and the first time I ever heard genuine boos and a wrestler garnering genuine heat as much as TJP did when he was throwing his temper tantrum. He was throwing the papers everywhere. He threw a chair at the ring. It didn't go in, but it bounced off the rope and broke. He was just the announce table. He just utterly destroyed. He did a lot of great heel work of an arrogant wrestler losing and throwing a temper tantrum. It was actually really, really funny, really, really great, and it's definitely a character-driven moment for TJP after a loss. And if he ever loses again, I hope he does keep acting out this way, because it'll definitely give him a character. It'll give him a reason to become more of a bigger superstar, and that's what we want out of 205 Live. So yeah, this one was definitely worth it. Goldust came back to try to pump up Cedric Alexander again, and I actually really want Goldust to be like a mainstay on the 205 Live brand and have him have a super wrestling match. And whenever they're like, oh, we want to weigh in, have him write on a sticky note 205, put it on there, and then all the officials just take it as fact, take it as the truth, and he is 205 pounds and he gets to be in that brand. That would be so funny, so great, and I'll be another superstar to shake things up. We need that. But he was great in his little backstage segment with Cedric Alexander. Yeah, I really liked it. It was worth it. Jack Gallagher comes out and he starts talking about how Hideo Itami screwed up Brian Kendrick's Christmas by giving him a broken nose and a broken orbital bone, and how he's out for 2 months and he might even not know if he could come back to wrestling because of this. And he's going to torture Hideo. He's going to make his life living hell. And Jack Gallagher is fantastic. He needs to be champion at least once in his career because he is just too good. to not be. He's so great as a face and as a heel. He's definitely my favorite active superstar in the 205 Live brand because my favorite is injured. So yeah, give him so many more opportunities, WWE. He is great. Hideo comes out, shocking Jack Gallagher because Jack didn't think he was there. He ends up running away like a traditional heel, which is great. Really good story-driven segment, and we need more story-driven segments like this, without a doubt. Keep up the good work with Jack Gallagher, and don't screw him over. And then it ends with Cedric Alexander versus Tony Nese, and Tony Nese is trying to get back onto the Zoe train. Again, the way it ended, I understand that you have to raise up Cedric Alexander because he is now going towards the belt. He is in the title picture, and giving him a loss would just diminish his momentum. But Tony Nese really needed this win. I want to see Tony Nese become a bigger powerhouse superstar, especially with the 205 Live brand, because he has one of the most unique looks, and he's really, really great in the ring. So, yeah, definitely do more with Tony. The match ends with Cedric Alexander faking an injury onto his ankle and rolling up Tony Nese to get the 1-2-3. He's basically playing possum, and he starts making fun of the injured Enzo Amore, who was at ringside, and after Enzo tells Tony to get out of the ring and just leave because he couldn't get the job done, Cedric kicks the injured ankle and lumbar checks Enzo Amore and puts his title underneath his head like a pillow. This was actually really good character work from both Enzo Amore and Cedric Alexander. And then the match itself with Tony Nese was fantastic because Tony Nese is amazing. Give him more wins and give him more momentum. Yeah, and then just everything about this show was worth it. Every match was worth it. Every story-driven moment was worth it. Like I said, this was the best episode of 205 Live since I've been watching. Keep doing stuff like this, WWE. Get the fans reacting. It was bloody fantastic. Yeah. The last thing I do want to say, though, is that just keep up the good work. Surprisingly, this was a really great week of wrestling, and yeah, keep up the great work, WWE. I know you'll screw it up, but you're on an uphill climb. Try to do your best, and until next time, it will be awesome.